Hey there, it's me Maria with another video. It's about 2:19 p.m. It's Monday and it's April 14th, and I forgot that the library is closed on Monday, but I refuse to go home. I do not want to be at home. I find no motivation at being home. I need a different space to work in, to concentrate in, and I'm tired of being in my bedroom. Okay, I'm literally going crazy. So now that the library is not open and I walked all the way down here, I'm just kind of sitting on the lawn of the library. And I'm not the only person who's doing that. Looks like there's somebody else. And then around the corner on the other side of the building, there's some other people who are just kind of looking lost, hoping that the library was open. Unfortunately, it's not. So, maybe I might whip out my laptop in a few minutes and start working on my project. But at home, it's like this has a lot to do with what I was talking about. Moods, being able to shift. Our mindset. In different locations, in different areas, and trying to modify or change the environment sometimes if the mood gets stagnant or the energy gets stagnant. Now, the reason why my energy is stagnant at my house is because I'm kind of stuck in one room. I'm sharing an apartment with my son. I love my son. Okay, I love my son. But, it's like, I need to have the flexibility of going into different rooms, and I'm not able to do that as well. Okay, I had mentioned before, when my son first moved in, that, I'm always willing to support his needs or whatever. But, it's like he's an adult, I'm an adult, and I do, like I mentioned earlier in this my video, that do I believe that this was some sort of orchestrated plan to, destroy my life? I do think so. I really do think so, because I don't like being confined into my room. I need space. I know the kind of space that I need. I know that I'm used to having space, and these people just literally imposing their little Mormonism on me has caused me so much. Anyway, but yeah, I don't, where there's times where I just don't feel very motivated to do things, and it's because I'm in a certain environment. You know what I mean? Like that's one of the reasons why I like burning candles or rearranging my room or whatever. It just gives me a feeling of something different, so I can stay motivated. And it takes a lot to stay motivated these days, because I think I've dealt with so much. And the more that you deal with, the more I feel a need. The more I've dealt with, the more I feel like a need to switch that energy up a little bit. And so like I said, I'm trying to figure out what am I going to do for the next few hours, because I really do not want to go home. Maybe if I had a place to sit, like if there was like a little picnic benches over here, I would, set up my laptop there. I just do not want to go home. I'm tired of being there. You know what I mean? I'm tired of being there. And, I'd like to clean up the patio area and get it. That would be another alternative, because I know I used to work out in the patio area in my apartment before. And right now it's just too much. It's too much clutter. And the more I think about my situation, being in this situation, the more I start thinking more about my hatred of Rex Laverne. I hate that man. I fucking hate that man. I cannot say it even more, enough, I should say. And I also feel the same way about, the whole situation of being targeted my entire life. And, it's just, they've cost me so much, and I'm angry. You know what I mean? I'm angry, very angry and frustrated, but I'm still thinking, man, how am I going to spend my day? How am I going to spend my day? I do not want to go back home. I'm not motivated at home. No motivation at home. None. And there's days where I push through it. There's days where I'm fine being at home. But today I don't want to be at home. Don't want to be there. Maybe it's because I have a lot on my mind. Like a lot of it is, the thought process that I wake up with in the morning. And this morning I already started off being angry about the Rex Laverne thing. And then me coming here and the library's not open. I'm like, okay, I walked. And why did I walk? I mean, don't get me wrong. When I had a car, I used to switch between the two. There were times I'd park my car in the parking lot and just be fine taking my buggy to like a convenience store. But that was when I had an option. Now I don't. And why don't I have an option? Because Rex Laverne decided to, prevent me from going to work. And I was not able to pay my car payments, and I ended up having my car repossessed. I fucking hate that man. I fucking hate that man. Like, I can't tell you enough. And so, I'm just kind of hanging out here and everything. When it comes to somebody that you consider your enemy, somebody who screwed you over that bad, I never let up. Never let up. Well, not when it's that bad. I mean, I can understand letting go and forgiving certain things. Somebody accidentally bumps into your car, somebody does something, thoughtlessly. I mean, people are people. We make mistakes, okay? But this dude knew what was going on with me for years and years and years and years. Literally tore apart my family. Just, don't let people walk over you. Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. So anyway, it's a beautiful day today, though. I got to tell you that, It's a beautiful day. I almost feel like it's so nice sitting here in the sun. I'm like underneath a big tree, right? This tree right here. It's nice, very nice. And so since I don't really have any, trees or anything like that, most of my flowers from last year or the last time I had, kept a little garden area in the back, my back patio, those died, and I was hoping I could get all of that straightened up. I really wanted to have some flowers this year. The older you get, the more you want to be outside. I want to be outside. That's all I want to do. I want to be able to read outside, study outside, do my projects outside, have, access to being outside. Right now, it's like I'm crammed in my apartment because of them. And, but I had already mentioned before, I really do want my son to be happy and have a life of his own. That is, the saddest part is that, because I know my son, if I wasn't in his life, he would be going out and doing things with his friends, going out to different states, living his life, having fun. You know what I mean? Living a life that young people should have. The kind of life that I wanted to have, but I was prevented from having because I never had any stability in my life. You know what I mean? And these people just ruined so much for me, I can't even tell you. So anyway, but I need to release the anger. Let me show you what the viewpoint I'm looking at. Look at these trees. I love it. Right now, I'm really content with where I'm sitting. Like, I really don't even feel like it. I might just wipe out my laptop and start working for at least a few minutes just because I want to get something done. I want to make sure I feel like I did something today. But, yeah, it's pushing through. It's pushing through, moments of anger, frustration, trying to push through situations of where you're dealing with extreme boredom. I'm bored at home, okay? So what's the solution is to move either into another room, go out and relax and work outside in the sunlight, and I can't do that right now. So then I decide to come here, and unfortunately, the place is not, the library is not open. But the point I'm trying to make is that if you try to find solutions to override the problem. You know what I mean? If you don't let procrastination and things like that get to you, always try to override the problem. And I have found great ways of doing that. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of options as to where I'm going to go. So, it's a bummer. Anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and post this video. And I'm going to sit here. I got my little baggie, and I should have brought some snacks. I'm seriously thinking about perching here for at least a few hours. I really don't want to go home. You know what I mean? Maybe I might scout for some ladybugs or something. I don't know. I'm just really bored. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up, and I'll take care, and I'll be back with another video sometime.